sitting on my Jeep, listening to the sound of the rain. Thought it'd be a good time for a year-end chat. Almost to 2025, and New Year's Eve is soon upon us. For most, it'll just be a flipping over to a new year. I'm sitting in Veterans Park in my Jeep, looking outside at the rain. Not snow, that's an improvement. Anyway, it is my sincere wish that everyone has a happy new year. However, with events going on in the world, I'm going to suggest that you prepare for 2025. I'm not going to do the hearsay thing, but it seems that the agenda is not peace, although we'd like it to be. We're not in the right end of the food chain to have a say about those matters. However, speaking of the food chain, I'd recommend getting some extra water, some extra dry, storable food, having blankets, having flashlights, extra batteries. I just ran over an old Nalgene bottle that I kept in a pack in the garage that fell out with my Jeep. Amazingly, the Nalgene bottle didn't break being run over by a Jeep. It's scruffed up, but I could still drink out of it. That's pretty amazing. Hunter Torrens, the general topics of discussion on this channel are camping gear, survival gear, mystery shops of places where you can find good value, adventure in the outdoors, whether that be kayaking, e-biking, hiking, exploring, Jeep rides, things of that nature. Food, the topic always seems to go to food. Survival, and just fellowship. Well, I am in the middle of a wooded park, so hopefully the internet doesn't keep breaking up for you. Moving for the first time from the United States to London to be taking classes. Any advice? Well, since I've never been to London, I would say it's a general rules for traveling is I would get a Gray L water purification bottle and an extra filter cartridge until you get used to the water over there. It's also good because London and England has a lot of great places to hike and explore. I'd bring that with you. I'd make sure you hit the pub for some bangers and mash and a pint of Guinness if you're old enough. And study hard. Yeah. And also what Light Free said. Yeah, it's from what I heard, it's not like it used to be over there. There's a very nice girl that has a YouTube channel here, Grace's Bracelets. She lives in England. I guess they got a store there called Poundland. I guess it's like our dollar store. I actually looked it up on a website yesterday. It seems like a pretty good place to shop. jargon, so I'll throw out there. Um, get to know your surroundings. Like any survival situation, do a recon. Figure out where you are, figure out what's around you, figure out what the good places to go are, and have your. That's my suggestion. Yeah, I'm 58 going on 59. That scares the hell out of me. Excuse the French. Too young to retire, too old to want to continue to deal with a lot of the stuff that you deal with over your life. I'd love to be able to make survival and adventure videos, uh, make a living from it, share my knowledge, uh, make cookies, people happy. Hey, Yada Ask Boy 18. Yeah, Dev Ask. Sorry, I can't read that well. Earlier, I got jump scared by snow falling from someone's roof. Hey, Zacchaeus, I'm going to tell you a story. I was in my hot tent camping last year and had heard some strange animal noises before, so I'm laying in my cot about 1:30 in the morning. And it's snowing outside, and the hot stove is going, and I hear this scratch, scratch, scratch going down the tent. So I wake up, and I'm like, what's that? And I listen for a while. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I grab my bear spray, put my headlamp on, get out of my nice warm sleeping bag, and I stand there, and it keeps going. Scratch, scratch, scratch. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Finally, I get the courage to put my boots on, put my headlamp on, stick my head out the side of the tent. It's snow melting because of the hot stove, sliding off the roof of the tent, scratching down the canvas. Well, 2025 predictions, Hunter Taurus. I predict that 25 is going to be harder than 24. I predict that there's going to be a lot more conflict, a lot more staged food shortages, price increases, uh, more unrest. And in general, the mainstream media is probably going to try and keep us talking about who did what to who and football. Hey, how you doing? Along Hubbus. If you guys can subscribe and like, I'd appreciate it. Uh, this is the My Camping Adventures channel. And talking of food, I just had 4-day-old brisket and needed something healthier. So I went to one of my new favorite places, the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, having something called a peanut butter banana healthy chocolate yogurt blast. So I'm having one of those. Yeah, we got some intelligent people on this channel. I'll tell you what, Zacchaeus always has a good perspective and a good comment. Zacchaeus is always up past his bedtime. Uh, so, Hunter Torrance, I appreciate you coming on the channel. I appreciate you hanging out in this live chat. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is the fact that in today's society, it seems like we're more connected in so many ways. I'm like talking to you guys from one of my favorite parks, sitting in my Jeep in the rain. I'm talking to Zacchaeus in Finley, and I'm talking to you, Hunter. I'm talking to someone in India. We're all chatting with each other. We're all hanging out. And yet, in a lot of ways, we're more alone. We're more disconnected by our technology. So, my other suggestion for the new year is that we put down our screens more and we interact with our fellow man more. We actually go out and have actual real outdoor adventures. We actually have real experiences together instead of watching them on TV. That's my suggestion. Hey, from India. I have a lot of people I've talked to and friends in India. Still looking to get some Indian butter chicken. Haven't had that yet. Hey, Hunter from New York City. Got a question for you, Hunter. Are the drones really as bad as they say? I just saw a video, Hunter, the other day about 4 spherical orange light drones flying over New York City in kind of a bowed arched formation in a no-fly zone. Now, my first thought was that these things were Chinese lanterns that someone had lit, but they wouldn't have stayed in formation like that. They didn't make any noise, so that was kind of interesting to me. So, being from New York City, have you seen any of the whole drone thing that's supposedly going on? Be interested to know. I gotta say, my one wish for all of you is to have a good, happy, and prosperous new year. To have enough food on your table, to have friends in your heart, to have some adventure. Please look at my videos on some of the outdoor gear that I've reviewed. It may help. Hey, Alan Harris. Hi, I am friend. I'm your friend. Welcome. Please subscribe if you haven't. This chat is your guys' chat. Um, I have a story to tell you guys. So I wish there was more than just a few people in the room right now. But in July, when I went camping with my son and we filmed Return to Hector Falls, I was sitting by the fire about 9:30 at night, and all the weirdness happens in the sky down there between about 9:30, 10, and 11:15 p.m. and it always happens by the Big Dipper. So anybody, if you got any of you guys, if you have like the ability to see a lot of stars, not a lot of light pollution, look up at the Big Dipper, and you're gonna see some weird stuff. So anyway, I was sitting by the campfire and I look up and I see a bright white triangular light with 3 lights, one at each corner of the triangle blinking. Also white, no sound, no aircraft, no engine noise. It was above me between, say, the height of a drone and the height of an airplane. And it started doing circles around my camp. Like it wasn't an aircraft couldn't have done that. An aircraft couldn't have kept going in a circle. It was really, really odd. So I called my son out and he saw it. He said, "That's not a plane." And we watched it. And then it did a spiral and it looped up through the bottom part of the Big Dipper went up into the sky, and it disappeared. That was in July this year. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've seen Starlink. I've seen, I think, military probably testing aircraft flying over with other planes chasing it, but that was weird. And the one funny thing was a raccoon was like running across the stream, scared out of his mind. And then I heard growling in the woods. So, yeah, that was my experience. Zacchaeus, I got a homework assignment for you. Up at the Big Dipper at night and see if you see any strangeness between 10:15 and 11:15 p.m. Well, that's your time, so that's my time when I see it at night. So I don't know if it's just I'm in an area where they fly things over that way or not, but I'd be interested. That's a very good question, Hunter Taurus. If I was a ruler of my own country, the very first law that I would enforce would probably be I would probably say I would create a law where more tax money or more money that people paid into the government and the system actually went towards rebuilding our cities, our infrastructure, and for the good of the population to alleviate crisis in housing and crisis in food. And it wouldn't be a handout to people, but a hand up. Yeah. Hey, Hunter, I got an assignment for you. Go look up a Clash song from the Combat Rock album called Know Your Rights. They cover that topic pretty well. They sing, and you have the right to try it. I see a lot of things going on in the world today, especially London and England. There are people getting arrested over there for flying their flag as a hate crime. Oh, Hunter, my problem is I've figured a lot of things out and no one wants to hear. I'm trying to use this channel to share my adventures, to share some ideas where people can go, to share some tips on survival. And here's the thing, Hunter. If the crowd's doing one thing, it's probably best for you to do the exact opposite. If you're in a public place with a large crowd in a turmoil type situation, it's best to be on the fringe of that crowd and have an exit plan. Hey, the rain's coming down even harder now. I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, definitely on the windshield. I like this channel because I could talk to people like you, Hunter. Like I could talk to people like Zacchaeus. And even though we're not together, hey, I have a very demanding, highly stressful job that pays The S word. So, I don't know. I'd like to have a bad job that pays good or a good job that pays shit. I just don't want to have a bad job that pays shit. So, anyway, I appreciate all you guys. I'm going to finish my peanut butter yogurt bowl. I wanted to wish everybody a happy and safe new year. I'll probably be on again, but I have to start work again tomorrow. And I just wanted to say thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for everybody who subscribed, watched one of my videos. Hopefully, more adventures to come shortly. Yeah, thank you. God bless to you, Hunter. We all need to say that to each other a little more. Hey, subscribe. Keep looking for the chats. Come back on, chat with us. Hey, we're a community, or at least I'm trying to build one of people that, although we're from all over the world, we're together and liking camping, adventure, good food, and we can chat with each other. So do you, Hunter. Take care, my friend. So, my camping adventure channel, signing off.